The judge for this category is someone I mentioned earlier, Tom Campbell, who's the Creative Industries lead for the Knowledge Transfer Network and a brilliant person to boot. Tom, please come to the stage.
Thanks, Adam. And can I just say, this is definitely the best category, yeah? Absolutely brilliant. I'm thrilled to be here today. Thrilled, actually, for Adam and everyone to let me spend the whole day here at the Quad, where I was absolutely blown away by the companies I got to meet here. And in relation to this category, why it's so important is just to meet so many companies that are young, not necessarily young in terms of the people running them, but young in terms of their ideas, the freshness, the novelty they bring to it, their entrepreneurial zeal, and their desire to transform and change industries, and that's absolutely represented, I think, in the nominees for this category and the companies I got to visit and assess. Absolutely brilliant. In all cases, what we saw here, I think, was in many ways long, well-established industries which are in many cases being dominated by big brands, incumbents, corporate dinosaurs, may we say, and yet are under threat and being disrupted by startups, new companies formed only in the last 2 or 3 years, but which are bringing fantastic ideas, applying and developing creativity, and using new technologies to really change these industries around. So it's fantastic. I was absolutely blown away. Loved being a judge. But as people have said, there can only be one winner. And in this case, the one I selected is a company that is taking an industry which I think has been quite slow in many ways, you could argue, to take on new technology, to use the latest thinking in terms of data and AI. And this company is doing it and already getting wonderful results. That company is iScout, Darren Robinson.
Thanks very much. Well, I guess in the words of Sky Sports, unbelievable, Jeff. And I suppose in the tone of the Oscars with the music and the grand ceremony, I actually haven't prepared a speech to say my thanks, but within saying my thanks, actually it's fortunate really that the right people are actually in the room. So, the first person I actually want to thank is my wife, Kate. Because, like you mentioned earlier, really, about the nature of setting a startup. Kate, my wife, has constantly questioned and challenged me and asked me, what am I doing and when are you going to start earning?
Round of applause for Kate.
But the good thing about my wife, she's actually been with me for many years, and she understands that my background is sport, and being in sport, it's very much about persistence and commitment and staying together. And football is a difficult industry. It's very visible in terms of what you all see as fans in terms of watching football and the spectacle, but actually behind it, it's actually quite a murky world. And when I left my last employer, which was Birmingham City, who have just been done for a transfer embargo, I made a conscious decision that I was going to try and disrupt the industry and have a go by presenting a player recruitment model that's actually clean and transparent. And the second people I actually want to thank is the big house crew that are actually here, because in doing it, like many, as you've mentioned earlier, it's about taking a lifestyle business, which was really what what initially I set it up to do, was actually can it actually really succeed? So I made a decision to try and test this in a real world proposition. So initially I applied to the accelerator program. They were only taking 8 businesses on. I think there was 30 plus applicants, and we were stunned and delighted to actually get on. And that was actually the same reason for making our commitment really to try and come into the Mainframe Awards. And it's because of that, the support network that we've actually got around as a startup, as an entrepreneur who's come from an industry but hasn't got a commerce background. You do need that support and that help, and actually having somebody that you can turn and actually get some help from. So this has given me a lot more encouragement to keep going. Sorry, babes, it's going to mean a bit longer before I do start earning and I can just making money. But we are going away to Madrid on a scouting trip this weekend, so thanks very much.